And we're back. Today's video is on AAVE. This is one of the cryptos one of my subscribers recommended. It's a crypto that I'm also looking at, so I want to do a video on this one. So as usual, I'm going to compare AAVE to its Ethereum value, its USD value, its BTC or Bitcoin value, and I'm also going to give some price predictions and some risk analysis on AAVE. If that sounds good and you want to see more altcoin reviews in an honest format, then you've come to the right channel because that's all I do, and I cover the market update once a week. Let's get to AAVE against its Ethereum value. So as usual, I start these videos off. I ping all these values on this website, CoinCodex, to its Ethereum value, and that basically just pings it, so at least I have a baseline approach of what my altcoin is compared to. Compare your altcoins to something, anything to at least show you some strength. So if we have a look at AAVE, we can see it's ranked number 40, and it's holding its own against Ethereum, but slightly losing value in single digits. You can see in the last 24 hours, it's underperforming Ethereum by, just over 1%, 7 days, negative 2.5%, 1 month, outperforming Ethereum by 21%, which is pretty good. 3 months, 6 months, year to date, underperforming slightly, again in single digits year to date. That's meaning from the 2023 where altcoins have just rallied, it's outperforming Ethereum by 22%. So this is more of the altcoins just doing really well in 2023 than AAVE being a strong horse consistently. The ones that are green, like Phantom, these ones are pretty much consistently outperforming Ethereum for now. These can change, and I've seen these change, month in and month out. And remember, we are still in a volatile time, so things can change quite quickly. You can see this is a really good baseline though to just have a quick look and a good glance at things if you should be going long or short. If you're going to go long, you want your crypto to be outperforming Ethereum. If you are looking to short the market, you want to see something that's underperforming Ethereum because you want to go with the trend, okay? And that's really a good way to sort of think about trading. If we have a look at AAVE against its USD value, you can see here I've got my 50%, and you can see actually AAVE has actually been bouncing across it pretty cleanly. Now we are bouncing on it a little bit too many times for my liking. If we keep touching this 50%, we will eventually break down. Think of it like a wall. If you keep smashing on it, you're probably going to get through. So think of this as your floor or your wall, and if we keep smashing it, we're going to break through, we're going to fall down. So at the moment, it's looking like we might test it another couple times. We're just not really getting the energy we once did, but it is for now has a really good baseline forming at that $80 mark. What I do like about AAVE at the moment is that we are having some really good volume and some good energy coming into it in this area here, but we need a breakout. We're still waiting for a breakout bar. You can see that, look at this, look at these volume bars, guys. You can see very, very high volume bars. Look at the average 30-day. That's what this white squiggly line is. It's a 30-day moving average on the volume. So you can see basically mid-January, we were having very, very, very high volume, but AAVE was not moving up much. Not really the best sign. So you can see very high volume only going up 5.5%, very high volume only going up 4%. We're barely touching 5%, guys. Here we actually touched, almost 7% with very, very high volume. Look at the volume, guys. Look at the volume right here in the indicator section. You can see average volume, 93K for AAVE units being moved in a day. This day we had almost 200K, so almost double the amount of volume. And you can see we only went up, 5%. Next day we get almost triple the amount, or more than triple the amount, I should say, and 7%. So we're not really moving. We're just lucky that altcoins are moving in a good direction. So we're waiting for a breakout to still come to AAVE. Volatility is dying down at the moment, so we're going to see whether or not we break out to the upside or the downside. Like I said, I do expect us to test this 50% golden line, but at the moment we have a bad day, which happened yesterday on the Thursday. We have a bit of an upthrust, and what that basically means is if you have a look at the wick, you can see we have a bit of a wick or a bit of a head forming, and that basically means that AAVE tried to go up in price very, very high, but ultimately came crashing down and basically didn't move in any price throughout the whole day, meaning that there was just too much selling, which isn't what you want to see. But at the moment, we still have to respect the overall trend, which is that we are up. But like I said, look for this one to come down and test $80 or $81, call it. If we do move up, we've got some resistance barriers. First resistance barrier, and the most obvious one, is $100. I'm going to round this off to $100 because $100 is usually a psychological round number. So expect there to be major resistance at anything. $10, $5, $50, $100, $100,000, $1 million, any sort of round number with a 1 or a 5, expected there to be major resistance and major support. In AAVE's case, we are going to expect resistance because we're going to approach $100 soon. And that coincides with the high that we happened in November before ultimately coming down. And where did we find support? Roughly around that $50 mark, right? Almost dead on right here, okay? Right here. So that's around, pretty much dead on $50.40. So like I said, $50, $100, anything with a 5 or a 1 in front of it, followed by any amount of zeros, expect there to be resistance or support. So now we're approaching resistance at that $100 mark. If we continue up, $115 is the next mark for my price predictions. If we continue up, our next area would be right here on this red horizontal line, which is at $123. And if we continue going up, then we can start making our way up. But for now, I expect there to be major resistance as we continue to slog through, unless AAVE gets a really good, healthy breakout. But unfortunately, a lot of resistance coming between this one, anywhere between $124 and $150. You can see, look how much resistance is right here, guys. Look how much resistance is right here. All that is going to be major resistance. And we're still waiting for a breakout and really good volume that people are just showing that, AAVE is good. If we have a look at a weekly chart, you can basically see it a little bit more cleanly. First week of January, the AAVE went up by about 34%, not the best. Following week, up only 7%, almost 8%. Next week, up not even 3%. So this thing is just really struggling. But at the moment, if we have a look at the week, for this current week, we can see an attempted sell-off, and we have to see how this week closes, but you can see at the moment, we have a bit of a wick coming down, which means that this thing did touch its 50%, got support, tried to go up in price, selling. So this thing's just having a tough time deciding where it wants to go. But like I said, respect the trend, and the overall trend is up. For this to be a bad turn, like I said, it has to break $80, and then the next level would be basically $59 before we start going down, and basically get out of there at $50. Maybe if you really wanted to, $45 would be another area of support, but I don't think AAVE will do it because AAVE has a lot of support coming between that price now and $40. This is one of those very low risk sort of plays, but not as much higher reward. So it comes down to your risk appetite and what you prefer. If we have a look at AAVE against its BTC value, so against its Bitcoin value, you can see again, just like its USD value, but perhaps a little bit more, not really moving much. And you can see it's just going sideways for quite a long time. And if we've been looking at it since May of last year, this thing has just been going sideways for almost a full year now. And that's not really what you want to see. You want to see your crypto outperforming Bitcoin or ETH. The orange line is a 100-day moving average. So you can see we're below the 100-day moving average for quite some time. So we're just waiting at the moment. The only good news I can really give to this crypto is that we are, like I said, with the USD value going above our 50%, which is this golden yellow line, and we are finding support on it for the time being. So in short, AAVE, good crypto, but more thanks that altcoins are doing well, and AAVE just happens to be an altcoin, so it's doing okay. But there's much more stronger ones out there. It's not a bad crypto. It could have a breakout soon, depending on where it decides to break out. Like I showed you on the daily, it just needs a little bit more oomph to get through that $100 barrier, and then we could be getting a move on. But it's really struggling because it has lots of volume, but it's only going up like 5%, 6%. So it's not the best crypto for now. That could change, but I think there's better altcoins than AAVE at the moment. But I hope that helped. If it did, give the video a like, and if you like my channel, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you can know when I upload new altcoins, because I promise you, you do want to hit those notifications because altcoins can be very speedy in its movement up or downwards. Until then, everyone, have a great weekend, and I will catch you on the next video.